darlings. I'm back again with more Beast Tribe stuff. Here we go. Sigma 4 has received a request for aid from the Corellian farmers. Alert! Request for aid received from the Corellians on Elita. Report indicates that invasive plant life measures threatens harvest. Be aware that there is perfectly good pre-synthesized compound available to eliminate all traces of organic life from the applied area within a minimum of effort. However, the disabled manager objected quite shrilly to its use. They insist on a weaker chemical agent, which must be produced at great expense from nearby materials. Although this is an inefficient course of action, engaging in debate with diminutive lifeforms is projected to be equally taxing. Therefore, your task is to procure one of the many fish from the waters of the agricultural sector. The use of gold salmon roe is recommended to speed your work along. Highly recommended. Deliver the ingredients to the Calorellium at base Omnicron. There they will waste precious moments synthesizing the inferior chemical agent. Sigma 4 requires someone capable of great speed. Commencing regularly and scheduled analysis of Corellian agricultural endeavors, you are requested to stand by while process completes and your task is assigned. Team analysis concludes that improvements to Corellian fertilizer by means of alien matter may result in higher crop yields. For this task, we require the aid of the most efficient errand organization in the vicinity. You obtain tiny aquatic organisms from the boat of the IA. Approximate coordinates 2272. Use gold salmon roe as bait for the highest probability of success. Consider this mission to be top priority. Sigma 4 requires a swift pair of flights for an urgent delivery. Task log indicates pending request for Elita. Corellians patrolling the wellspring of regret require the delivery of sustenance. Depletion of nutrients in the biological vessel directly correlates to emotional instability, which is statistically proven as a source of psychological warfare, physical altercations, and or severe grumpiness. Current trajectory classified as untenable. Proceed with caution and haste. Rest is not the recommended state of motion for this mission. Travel to the abode of the A and return with tiny aquatic organisms. Use of gold salmon roe as bait will provide sufficient and successful results. Let's go. There we go. Nice. Oh, it's you. I don't suppose you've come to help me with my work. A warm meal made with care by the workers of the last dregs. This is food. I'm so hungry the rocks and dirt are beginning to look like freshly baked bread and powdered sugar. Thank you for this bounty. Speaking of which, you haven't seen that would-be taskmaster from the global community around, have you? He criticized me upon every opportunity, not as a prize from someone from his tribe, but my ears may well bleed from the abuse. Still, there's no use wondering why villains will be vile when there's a meal to be had. Now I feast. And off he goes. What is it? Make it quick. Patrolling requires the utmost concentration, you know. Food? For me? Why, how unexpected. Truth be told, my patrols so far have been quite an exercise in battling pangs of boredom and hunger in equal measure. This at least shall help with the latter. While you're here, might you not do something about that layabout freedom fighter? I've noticed a number of careless errors in his work. If I am to be expected to work alongside his kind, it is only right that he be held to the same standard of diligence, empty stomach notwithstanding. But perhaps it is best not to think about work until after I've eaten this gift. So quickly does one's mood turn dark without sustenance. You have my thanks. You must be Stigma for his woman. I understand you have a delivery for us. That must be what I get from there. Okay. Gotcha. Ah, you must be Stigma 4's woman. I understand you are a deliverer for us. A species of fish which are only found amongst other cosmos, which may be for the best, to be used in synthesis of low-grade herbicide. Yes, this will do perfectly. Finally, we will rid of those weeds. They're a threat not only to the harvest itself, but to the beliefs of our people we hold dear. Do you recall the rounded glyph at the heart of our fields? It's an ancient symbol of good fortune passed down by our forebears. It seems the local flora have no respect for tradition, however. We must keep it free from obstruction, lest we forget its message, that our scientific zeal led to our destruction, and only by returning to the old ways do we find life anew. Now, I'd best get started mixing these ingredients. Return of allied lifeform Elita confirmed. Report from base Omicron indicates successful production of the chemical agent. Scanning database for records of Corellian civilization. Glyphs like the one at the Corellian agricultural facility are colloquially known as crop circles. They were created a number of primitive cultures as a form of artistic expression. The belief that such symbols are a catalyst for good fortune is categorized as nonsense. However, the glyph's positive effect on worker morale and the flow of dynamis bears further analysis. You will be summoned once more should the need for help arise. May your wages tide you over till then. Return of allied errand organism confirmed well within an acceptable time frame, assuming it has brought the requested materials. Hardly a catch worth noting in its own environment, this unremarkable fish may be the key to enriching Elysian soil. Analyzing delivery, fertilizer created with the incorporation of these materials is projected to move agricultural yield by approximately 14.2%. Fertilizer preparation, application to fields and retrieval of increased harvest is predicted to require a 23.6% increase in Corellian labour time. Overwork deemed an acceptable compromise. Your conduct in this mission deserves high commendation. Receive your compensation with pride. Return of Elita confirmed, awaiting detailed report. Relational deterioration between patrolling Calarians acknowledged. Elita's assistance in this matter is evaluated as vital to preserving peace and averting a breakdown of operations. Why organic life forms retain the programming ever colloquially referred to as emotions remains incomprehensible. Even so, a compensatory wage has been prepared for Elita's monetary and emotional needs. Remember to refuel as necessary. Welcome. Welcome to the last dregs. Is that too much, do you think? And 700 is not emitting any strained or whirling, beeping noises, so things must be going well at the last dregs. where this unit is pleased to inform you that the culinary ingredient supply has stabilized and relations with reconstructed Carolelians are rated as friendly. As conditions for proceeding with the next phase of operations are optimal, this unit has taken the liberty of ordering additional customers. Patron 3 and Patron 4 are being transported to the last dregs even as we exchange communication signals. What sort of patrons has Stigma 4 reconstructed for us this time, I wonder? We may as well see for ourselves. Where sensors indicate that Patron 3 and Patron 4 are around here somewhere. The cafe has a pleasant ambience about it these days. Wouldn't you say, Elita? The Carolelians aren't even shouting at each other. But where are new customers? Where patrons were seated according to table with a view protocol and served in accordance with salad protocol, which have produced a satisfaction rate of 124% among customers to date. Excellent work! It is always better to speak with customers after they've been fed. These patrons are of the Greebolf race, known for its metallurgy. Records indicate that this civilization originated amidst the shining blue seas of its home planet, later adapting to life on its landmasses. Thus, the Greebolf diet includes both fish and plant matter. Oh dear, is the salad not to your liking? The organic life form's preferences confound this unit's logic circuits. Please provide additional data. I hope you won't take this personally. It's a perfectly lovely salad, only... I miss home so much. I see. The salad brings back painful memories. Could we get you something else, perhaps? All our friends are dead. Wait, how about a cup of tea? What are we going to do? We made our customers cry. Cry! We need to catch them before they can escape through the portal to another Ostracon. If we can't cheer them up quickly, their war will plunge this whole place into despair. Back down we go. Whoosh! Bugger, where did it go? Audio input registers no whimpering in this vicinity. This unit can only conclude that Patron 3 and Patron 4 have utilized the portal to teleport to base Omnicron. Curse their advanced technological comprehension born of generations of metalwork and innovation. Fear not, anxiety-prone lifeform. The base Omnicron perimeter is perpetually monitored by patrol units. This unit will transmit recorded data of customer service interactions to aid in detection of rogue patrons. Well then, what are you waiting for? Fugitive identification data has been transmitted to all patrol units. This unit will review base Omnicron security recordings while you gather testimonial evidence. I suppose we should be thankful it isn't a rogue Omnicron we're after. Needle in a haystack that would be. Beep. Fugitive. Garble. Data downloaded. Initializing pattern matching sequence. Sighting confirmed. Last known location. Territory between base Omnicron and clouded portal. Target lifeforms were deemed annoying but non-threatening, warranting no interaction. For an animal's data detected in clouded portal transmission records. Timecode suggests these unregistered life forms may be the Gribbles you are looking for. I suppose it shouldn't be thankful it's not a rogue Omnicron we're after. Needle in a haystack that would be. Camera recordings can confirm that Patron 3 ran screaming through base Omnicron, closely followed by Patron 4. Did any patrol units provide additional data? Then there is a high probability that the clouded portal was the next customer's point of egress. How did the little relics run so fast? Asking for a friend. At any rate, that portal leads to Draconia. Let us make for the abode of the Ea. At least there may be more eyewitnesses. Getting a bit cold. Yeah, to search for those long lost. I too have known this need, or have I? They can't have gone much further. For this AI unit, the rogue customers may be somewhere nearby. If it is indeed the well-armored beings you speak of, they entered our abode crying for water. Incidentally, their crying produced water as well, which one must assume is why they were carrying on so. Regardless, we told them the wellspring of regret. Perhaps it brings them spiritual comfort, as we once found in our holy places, or perhaps they continue to weep even now. This unit would not venture to theorize. However, projections do indicate that once the werewolves locate a water source, they will entrench there. Despite their sophistication, their nature subjects them to certain base instincts. If only they had stayed for tea. They must be awfully dehydrated by now. Come on. If only the EA contained the capacity to care for other individuals as you do. Alas, even as you should obliterate my companion here before my eyes, I would experience only minor inconvenience. At last! Allied units must remain alert to fluctuations in dynamics, engage in spatio-temporal monitoring. The fathom is deep. You followed us all the way out here. It is our responsibility as cafe managers, though we underestimated your determination and lung capacity, I must admit. Do you feel better now that you've seen the water? Query, is the umbilic life form malfunctioning? This unit lacks many of the traits shared by organic races, but even so, the visual data could not be more conclusive. I shan't dignify that with a response, but how do you feel? Oh. So bad then? Yes, bad. We finally escaped those pointy turbo machines only to find this. We can't dive in this miserable little puddle. It's barely suitable for dipping. I don't want to be in this strange land. I want to go home. But we've lost so much. Did we finally lose our oceans too? I'm not certain I understand. Are oceans truly that superior to our lakes? Our seas on the moon don't even have water most of the time. Ah, like an ultralion, big and blue with a horizon all of its own. This unit has never seen such a thing. Omicron protocol is to evaporate significant water sources that may be of use to the enemy before landing. There are no oceans in Ultima Thule, that's for certain. Even so, there must be something here that brings back pleasant memories of the sea, rather than depressing ones. You would know, Elita. What's unique about the ocean, aside from all the water? The salty sea breeze. In that case, perhaps we can harness the scent you recall to evoke memories of relaxing days at the shore. This unit acknowledges the potential of this course of action. Comparison of data from the dead ends and records on the Ragnarok shows significant similarities between the chemical compositions of oceans of the Theris and the Gerabulf star. Sea smell it is. Once Elita sniffs out a sufficiently ocean-scented ingredient, we'll sprinkle it on a delicious dish to raise our customers' spirits. Isolating odorous compounds and querying database. Bing! Convenient chemical matches found among the lifeforms present in the wellspring of regret. This unit assumes your olfactory senses are sufficient to discern which ones. May this unit once again suggest the purchase of gold salmon roe from Unit N0598 in A4 research. It is significantly proven effective in attracting inorganic lifeforms. Surely we can find some manner of dish to cook that with. Perhaps a soup? This unit suggests worrying about that after allied units reconvene at the last dregs. In the meanwhile, protocol requires that management gently prod the customers until they regain their faculties. We got it! I could go for dinner after so much printing. What do you have in mind? I'm sorry, you're all so kind. I do recall a distinct odor near the last stand in Old Shirlane. Was that the ocean? Were customer vital signs stabilized, social acceptability of issuing dinner invitations restored to 100%. This fish still smells of the sea, even after all this time, or perhaps it was the sea that smelled of the fish. Yes, definitely the second one. Ingredients confirmed. Loading recipe. Huzzah! It's time to get cooking! The salty and tangy and vaguely fishy aroma. How bittersweet it is. Astounding! It tastes just like the tide. An invigorating flavour, as if we've waded and accidentally swallowed a lungful. Ah, such fun memories, even if they do sting a bit. We had many a good day, thanks to our beautiful sea. If I could go back to those times, I would treasure the blessings it gave us. I would keep it safe from harm. Incoming transmission from Stigma 4. Observational units report rapid changes to Elysian's landscape. All signs point to Griboff influence. Really? Well, this bears seeing for ourselves. Anything on the replicated platform chat? Nope. Nope. Hurry! The Griboffs have already gone! This unit fears the cardiovascular system of the excitable life form and recommends not keeping it in suspense any longer. Oh wow! What happened to this place? From their profound love and appreciation, the Griboff's ocean has been reborn. It will make a fine home for myriad aquatic creatures. There is yet much room for Elysian to grow and change. What other hopes will the power of Diamondness bring to life? It may be a bit smaller than the real thing, but it certainly smelled like an ocean to me. And did you see the happy looks on the Griboff's helmets with little faces? This unit did see and appreciates allied units' assistance in fulfilling this objective. We have land, we have sea. One does wonder what could possibly come next, not to mention what menu items it will inspire. More importantly, this mission is evolving. Analysis of statements made by the Griboffs, as well as overall demeanour, indicates that their memories originated just prior to the star's ultimate demise. Once reconstructed, the individuals initially remained in a state of deep despair over what had befallen their world, and its seed in particular. Via Operation Soup, However, cafe management restored them to their will to carry on. These events have caused this unit to re-evaluate the significance of the current mission. Mission significance and satisfaction with current orders are now rated as high. Yet this unit has unresolved queries. Metaphysically, this unit and other life forms in Ultima Thule are naught but simulations, memories, reconstructed with dynamis. Regardless of our actions, can these lives truly be categorized as meaningful? Not to cut your existential crisis short, Bolthead, but we do have our data providing that you're as metaphysically significant as anyone else. Our customers affect the dynamics of Elysion, and that's a fact. You lot may be a little different, but your feelings, your hopes, your dreams, those are real. So let's get out there and serve up some smiles, eh? We can't do it without you. We're affirmative. Thank you, Jammingway. Hey, new questy goose. Where there is so much data to be acquired from the Gribbles, if only they would stand still. Flowers and fish. Perhaps we should recruit some carrot-loving patrons next. There's still much about Sigma 4 return of the Gribbolth's new form. Analysis indicates that the Gribbolths continue to abide on Elysion without difficulty. However, data insufficiencies remain regarding the oceans created through their influence of dynamis. With sufficient data, it will be possible to preserve such ocean environments and will improve Gribbolth well-being. Initiating research and analysis protocol. An Elysian nudibranch sample is required to proceed with analysis. Once procured, please deposit the sample in the analysis unit. For maximum efficiency, please use of gold salmon roe is strongly advised. All proceeds go to Omicron enhancement initiatives. Sigma 4 would make an urgent request. Requesting assistance for an urgent matter, a Gribbolth unit ventured off into another star in hopes of catching a larger fish. Its transceiver has since stopped responding. Search and rescue must be initiated. Standard water reserves are ill-suited for such prolonged expedition. Subject is likely to suffer from advanced desiccation, resulting in loss of bodily functions. Please locate the missing unit and place it in this home-infect body bag. Moisture levels should remain stable until your return, at which point appropriate medical care may be administered. Subject was last sighted near the EA village. To ensure preservation of life, it is imperative that the Gribbolth be found quickly. Sigma 4 has received a new directive to spice things up at the cafe. The furry cafe owner has proposed a plan to secure more customers, a reconfiguration of the food directory, specifically creation of food items comprised of materials from the Elysian seas and suited to the Corellian proliferatives has been requested. Your assistance is required. Please report to the Elementary Survey Unit for further instructions. Scanning Elysion and mass checks for anomalies. All clear. A moisture-sealed body bag provided by the Omnicrons to prevent grey moths from sleeping with the fishes. Literally, but mostly figuratively. This one smells funny here. Sniff. Have a dip. I'm gonna collect the prettiest shells in the whole universe. So many snacks right for the fishing. Provision supplier identified. Elita Draconia loading entry for Corellian cuisine production. Based on data from Corellian survey, the aquatic organism colloquially referred to as seaweed snapper has been determined to optimize delectable quotient while also promoting healthy digestion. Use of gold salmon roe is strongly recommended for procurement. All proceeds go to Omicron enhancement initiatives. Please proceed to the marked area for acquisition. Prompt delivery is advised to ensure preservation of nutritional value. That wasn't even the one. Over this side I need to do it. No, I need to be down here. There we go. Look at these little fellas. Really cute. Welcome back, Elita Draconia. Please insert delivery to continue. Despite its sickly green colour, this saltwater fish is considered a delicacy among Calarians. Even hideous things can be tasty on the inside. Scanning. We're scanning. Quality of ingredients is acceptable. Delivery complete. Please return to Sigma 4 to receive compensation. Just look at the size of it. It's size. Please take it. Okay, possible. Oh, look at this. They're all getting along so nicely. Scanning inventory, oceanic samples detected. Please insert for analysis. Ow, ow, ow. A self-body ballast is found in the ocean waters of Elysian. Analyzing. Sample possesses bacteria given to releasing foreign particulates. Olfactory sensories reaching critical. Conclusion. Oceanic lifeforms are prone to unfavorable odor. Additional specimens required for further analysis. The gorilla wolf lies prone on the ground, seemingly dying of thirst. You hastily place them in the body bag for transport. Occupied body bag. A moisture-sealed body bag stuffed with a gorilla wolf. How you're able to carry it is perhaps better left unexplained. I've carried bigger things than that. I carried like a dinosaur in the back before. Report from analysis unit received. Your contribution was deemed beneficial to research on Elysian's oceanic environment. However, data insufficiencies remain. If discovered, bacteria is present in all oceanic lifeforms. Verification of potential dissemination to other non-oceanic coasts is required. Proposal: submerge the Vidolin Floating Manager in ocean water and monitor odor fluctuations. Upon conclusion of this experiment, deployment of military-grade lasers may be authorized for decontamination purposes. Periodic analysis of new specimens is required for continued research and environmental preservation. Your future cooperation is greatly appreciated. Return confirmed. Please present the body bag for a preemptive medical scan. Scan complete. Though hydration levels are severely depreciated, vital signs remain stable. To prevent similar incidents from occurring in the future, all Gribolts will be required to carry additional water reserves when embarking on expeditions. Those that failed to comply will be reviewed as hostile elements subject to immediate termination. Thank you for your cooperation. Please rest well. Return confirmed. Your timely delivery of goods has been noted and is greatly appreciated. A successful addition to the cafe's food directory should appease the fuzzy one for the time being. Beep. Warning. Extensive diversification of food category likely to result in logistical errors. Standardization of customer digestive organs advised as the most efficient solution. Right, so 180 out of 720, so 360. $540, 720. So 3 days. 3 days is the next upgrade. Do you talk about the cripples yet? Yeah, there we go. Where the sixth civilization the Metia encountered was comprised of clever aquatic and later amphibious creatures known as Greybulfs. Though their star was once renowned for its wide clear seas, the Greybulfs' cultural and technological advancement came at a great cost to their environment. Their seas were sullied beyond hope of restoration, and disease soon overtook the increasingly dense population on land. In pestilence they rotted, and in despair they became afraid. Records indicate that the surviving Greybulfs came to hate their brethren, and by the end, both those who lived and those who died. Organic life forms are fickle indeed, but this unit's customers are pleasant enough. Such pristine fish. We'll be sure to take good care of them. The ones we don't eat anyway. Sip, sip, sip. Oh, I bet this is going to look amazing when this is finished. It's like, this has just become so bustling with life. I'm looking forward to seeing how this develops over time. Right. Next place is Old Charlie. Hello. How may I help you? You're Elita Draconia, aren't you? Aha, I thought I recognized that heroic mane. How wonderful to meet you. The name's Osman. I'm a gleaner, as you may have surmised, mostly specializing in the collection of rare and curious books. And it would seem fate has brought us together. My work has given me an appetite for well-crafted stories, you see. But recently, I've struggled to find any truly engaging material. So I thought to myself, Self, why waste all this time bemoaning the lack of quality literature when you could be writing the exact kind of tales you enjoy? Which is why I'm so excited to be speaking with the vaunted champion Elita. If I could convince you to share some of the minutiae of your adventures, it would lend my fiction an undeniable authenticity. There's a lot to consider when you visit another world, or the world of the past. Oh, that was a complete waste of... Osman, are you actually chatting? Scholar above, it's a miracle. And here I thought you were capable of little more than grunts and sighs. May I introduce Salim Moore, my colleague and eternal tormentor. Oh, come now, it's just a bit of playful banter. Trisant and I could use some good humour after failing to track down our quarry. I'll be damned! Elita, this is an honour and an incredible stroke of luck. You are the very person we've been searching for. If you will indulge me for a moment, I can explain the situation at hand. She's so big. As you know, Charlene was charged with antiquity, with fulfilling a sacred duty, a duty which kept the gleaners buzzing to and fro like angry hornets. Aye, and we would complete one grueling list of procurements, only to be handed yet another, then another. The work was all we knew. But now we find those days are behind us. The tasks have slowed to a trickle, and we find ourselves, well, strangely idle. Thus, the Guildship in its wisdom has forged a partnership with the Adventurers Guild. We now have a system in place where odd jobs from other countries can be funneled here to us in Charlene. The tasks they pass on to us are, for the most part, not your average gleaner can handle. There is one client, however, who has asked for you specifically. And as the Adventurers Guild has no official presence in our city, we agreed to the odd job of facilitating that request. Think of us as their substitute Charlene branch, if you will. In any case, I'll be here at the counter, ready to provide you with the details. It doesn't appear to be an urgent matter, so feel free to engage the request whenever your schedule allows. Oh, and be sure to browse Trisant Wares. He has a special selection available for anyone who takes part in our odd job enterprise. Elita, I didn't quite get a chance before Shalimur commandeered the conversation, but I wanted to thank you for indulging me with your stories. Do you think we might talk again sometime? I should love to hear how this odd job of yours turns out. As a result of the partnership between the Adventurers Guild and the Gleaners Guild ship, you are now able to accept odd jobs from Shallow Moor, it appears. Dial. I have a special range of goods on offer for odd job contributors. The historical artifacts you are like to find are far more interest to us than ordinary gil. I want to see what you have on offer. Nothing reassuring right now. Oh, does this mean you're putting together a carefully curated account of exploits to regale me with later? I can hardly wait to hear it. Shallow Moor is watching you expectantly. So, Elita, does this mean you found a spare moment in your busy god-slaying agenda? Wonderful! We actually have a letter addressed to you from Mistress Momedy. Go ahead and read through that, and I'll dig up the link pearl I'm to use to convey your reply. Dear Elita, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm still checking guild jobs, because we got one here with your name on it. Ordinarily, I wouldn't bother you with something like this, but the client is a personal attendant to Her Royal Majesty Nano or Nano, and I'm guessing that piqued your curiosity as much as it did mine. Let Shallow Moor know if you can make it over to Oda, and I'll set up a meeting with this lady-in-waiting. I'm told it's nothing urgent, so at your earliest convenience, Momedy. What are you thinking? Yeah or no? One does not simply refuse Mistress Momedy. Oh. Why not? One does not simply refuse Mistress Momedy. I'll take that as a scent then. Let me make a call. And done! Our tiny taskmaster is making arrangements as we speak. She says the lady you are to meet is a Lalafell by the name of Kokoshu. Light brown hair, green eyes. She should be waiting for you outside the quicksand by the time you arrive. Fair fortune and safe travels. For all he calls me his tormentor, Osmo and I do work well together. My herbal poultices soothe his blue-query eyes, and I benefit from his nigh encyclopedic knowledge on, well, damn near everything. It's a symbiotic relationship. And you're still not going to show me anything. confident, Elita. You're all every man in this chocobo's been talking about as of late, but that's what you get for saving the whole start, eh? Not to worry though, the novelty will wear off soon enough, and you can go back to enjoying a quiet life. But whatever happens, rest assured you'll always have a place here at my bar. Yeah, shame, I don't think she says anything unique regarding the quest. Mr. Draconia, I presume? I'm Kokoshu. But let us be clear from the outset, I am not your true client. The personage who wishes to engage your services is the Sultana, Nanamu Olnanu herself. Firstly, however, pray allow me to explain the request itself. Then you can decide whether or not you wish to proceed. I trust you recall the tunnels beneath the city of Oda. I speak, of course, of the Sultan's subterrane, the passages and waterways through which you made your escape on the day of that ill-fated victory banquet. It seems that one of the tunnel sections collapsed during the commotion, and the crew, comprised primarily of immortal flames, has since been put to work on repairs. In the process of restoring the masonry, however, they have come across an unexpected gate. It was described as antique in design, inscrutable in purpose, and sealed shut by some mystical force. The report appeared of great interest to the Sultana, and she has expressed a desire to investigate this strange portal firsthand. Furthermore, she feels that Master Tarupin and the like are overprotective, and will prevent her from exploring to her heart's content. But are we then to send Her Royal Majesty into potential peril without a trusted escort? You see my dilemma? As the proven champion of Eorzea and veteran of countless heroic endeavours, it is to whom we would entrust the Sultana's safety. Besides which, she would have it no other way. Her Majesty's wish is my command. Thank you, Mrs. Draconia. It will mean a great deal to Her Majesty. Please wait here, and I shall inform the Sultana of your decision. Elita, thank you for coming. I greatly appreciate you indulging this selfish request of mine. I should hope for the sake of your adventurous spirit, however, that the mystery at hand proves more than intriguing than odious. Kokoshu spoke broadly of what to expect, yes? Then allow me to add a few details to the story. According to the report, the gate bears an intricate flowery design. The flames were unable to ascertain its origin or significance, but I have seen such a motive before. The very same design adorns a key in my possession, the last gift I was ever to receive from my dear departed parents. I recall the ceremony with which it was presented, and their promises to take me to the place where the key unlocked once I had come of age. They spoke excitedly of the choices I might make, of the things I would behold on my chosen path, but they were called away to Thal's halls long before that day would arrive. With mother and father gone, I despaired of ever learning the key's purpose, and now this portal is found. Surely you understand why I cannot leave it unopened. There could be anything behind that gate. You see, I knew I could count on your enthusiasm. How reassuring it will be to have a veteran adventurer at my side. Not that I distrust Papashan or Pippin, of course, but if I told them, they would only seek to dissuade me from my course. As for Kokoshu, she was the first I brought into my confidence. She is, after all, my lady-in-waiting, and serves as my double when I am away. I hadn't wished to involve anyone else, but she flatly refused to cooperate unless I enlisted a reliable escort. Thus here we stand, and though I regret the need to have you complicit with my subterfuge, the idea of exploring with you has me giddy with anticipation. If you could make your way directly to the excavation site in central Thanalan, the foreman there has been instructed to permit you entrance. Considering the tunnels reach all the way into the palace, security protocols dictate that we receive reports any time someone enters the ruins. I will take that as my signal to join you via the secret passages, of course. Now, let us make our preparations. We should, as you say, be ready for anything. Well, we are good friends after all, Nanamo. Of course I'm going to help you. Mrs. Draconia, Lady Kokoshu says you have unrestricted access to the ruins for some manner of confidential assignment. I wonder, does this have anything to do with what they found in that collapsed section, or... actually, never mind that. I'm not meant to ask any questions. The rubble's been mostly cleared away, but please, do watch your footing down there. Wouldn't want you tripping over a loose rock in the gloom. Variant dungeons are a matter of choice. Variant dungeons are a unique type of feature featuring branching paths. By exploring these choices alongside the quest character, you will gradually reveal new elements of the overarching story. Unlocking certain branches may require some detective work. Whenever you complete a path, a new story entry will be added to the journal associated with the dungeon. So keep at it until you discover all the forks in the road. The difficulty of a variant dungeon is automatically adjusted to provide a challenge for parties between 1 and 4 players. You can group with friends, make use of the party matching option, or put your solo player skills to the test. Victory will require effort and attention, but it's entirely possible to complete these dungeons alone. To allow for greater freedom of role choices, variant dungeons grant players the use of special variant actions. These actions mimic existing abilities such as Cure or Rampart, alleviating the need for dedicated tanks, DPS, or healers. Each player has 2 actions available for use during a dungeon, and these can be changed at any time in the Dungeon Finder window. You can enter a variant dungeon via the VNC Dungeon Finder window, which is accessed by speaking with the NPC at the dungeon entrance, or by selecting the option from duty in the main menu. This standalone window serves as your variant dungeon needs, whether you wish to read story discoveries, set your variant actions, or make changes to the dungeon settings. Let's see, Variant Cure, restores target HP, and gives regen. Oh, that's neat. Variant Ultimatum, place yourself at the top of a nearby enemy's enmity list and increases enmity generation. Variant Raise, resurrects target to a weakened state. Variant Spirit Dart. Deals damage over time to target and all enemies nearby it. Neat. Variant Rampart. Reduces damage by 20%. Creates a barrier around self that absorbs damage equivalent to a heal of 21,000. Holy, that is nice. Right, let's see. Recast of. Wait, why is Action 1 there and Action 2? So, I can recast that every 15 seconds. That'll be a good one to have. Deals damage over time to target and targets near it. Now it's got a recast of 2.5 seconds. Okay. Ooh, you get quite a nice reward of tombstones for doing this. Enter dungeon as a solo player? Yeah. 3 more gates, so it seems we have a choice to make. Do your instincts pull you one way or the other? If I were to listen to mine, I would find myself drawn to this one. Oh, we picked the same gate. That settles that then. Who knows what we shall find? It is to be expected that aqueducts would have their share of vermin if you play the role of exterminator. In mere moments, the way is clear. Hardly an inconvenience for our mighty champion. Have we reached a dead end? Seaver's diamonds. Seaver's diamonds. No, I can't jump off either side. Surely you do not expect me to cross that rickety thing. Slowly then, and no rocking the bridge. Do not bounce or jump. Ah. Stay with you. Stay back. I specifically requested no rocking, bouncing or jouncing. Almost pitched over the side. More pests to deal with. Courage now, more quick steps. That gate looks awfully heavy. Let's try the handle. I hope these gears and chains do most of the work. I'm not seeing anything out of the ordinary. Oh! Oh, it opened. I worried it might have rusted shut. We must be deep in the heart of the aqueducts. That's a helper now, so not always in the walls within. busy playing games, mind the barrel tops, that must be a reason for his marking. Probably got that machine is still in working order. a sewer skink, and a Sultan potshot. Ooh, it's a minion! When it comes to keeping aqueducts free of creepy crawlies, this lightning-tongued lizard is the hero of the day. The size of your opponent matters not, it seems. A reassuring thought as we delve further into the unknown. Not that way, the debris seems impassable. I am put in mind mine own chambers, secret passageways and all. I wonder. Can't find any secret passageways. Of course. This is the Sylvan Royal Palace. Look at the banner by the door here. Oh, what'd I do? Did we trip the defenses? Oh wow, I can see how much this map has. And there, the throne of Silda. How fortunate we are to have this historic discovery. think this chair's too big for me. Ah, I've seen such contrivances before. We must balance the scales ere we proceed. Simply a matter of selecting the correct weights. Surely you recognize one or two of these symbols, yes? Deceiver's diamonds. Let's see, what's the symbol of old, I need to remember what the symbol of Ulda is. I know that the fire and fruit is for the other place. Where's my encyclopedia? Oh, it's here. Let's see. Old, 128. The jewel and the flame. Oh, was that not the right answer? Oh, right or wrong, the door lies open. The gap is rather wide, barring some unlikely acrobats on my part. I'm afraid we're at an impasse. But But what of these levers? Their position seems highly suggestive of their relationship to yon pit. Gracious! Would they haul the boulder back up the ramp every time? Still, I must say it makes for a very stable bridge. I think some of these paths will coincide with each other. So cool. Life is like secret here, Suga. The great and vast ramp is the mark of a source and forth. Gladiator. Seems awfully restful. Sculptor's passion. This is going to be awful. Ah, I see. I had no idea what to do there. Oh, I should have hid behind one of the rocks. had more gold or something. See how that works now. would have not believed anyone could topple that silver-skinned brute had I not seen it with my own eyes. Judging by the sentinels we've encountered, it is clear Silda's military was a force to be reckoned with. They were said to boast many skilled warriors, and the helm on their flag represented their philosophy of martial might. Yet their nation was buried beneath stands of all time, such irony that it be uncovered by a sultana of Ulda. Shall we call it a day here then? I believe we've come as far as we can down this particular path. Let us rendezvous back in Ulda, where I would thank you properly for your untiring escort.
Mrs. Draconia, all done with your assignment then? Glad to hear it. I'll inform the workers that they're free to head back to the tunnels. Oh, and before I forget, I have a message for you from Lady Kokosku. She wishes to meet you by the quicksand upon your return to Ulda. Safe travels, miss.
Welcome back, Mistress Draconia. As Kokoshu might say, 'tis I, Nanamo. Did I fool you? My lady-in-waiting yet plays the role of Sultana, but we reasoned it odd if Kokoshu were to enter my chambers and never emerge. Thus the disguise. It also affords me a way to speak with you without the usual royal fanfare. As for our expedition, that was rather more taxing than I anticipated. What I had planned as simple sating of curiosity has given me much to consider. Ulda was built upon sacrifice, Sildan's sacrifice. To know this is one thing, but to actually walk through the decay and ruins of a palace is another. The victors should not seek to bury the price of victory alongside the bodies of the fallen. I feel that Father, wise Sultan that he was, wished for me to learn this lesson. Such revelations aside, I cannot help but dwell upon the fuss which Mother and Father made of the choices I would make, and the paths I would take. Other places of import yet lurk behind those portals, of that I am certain. Yes, I should very much like to conduct a more thorough exploration, when time and circumstance permit, of course. Aid me in mapping out this underground enigma, and you will find me a very grateful Sultana. In this very moment, however, there are several dreary affairs to state which demand my attention. I believe Kokoshu wishes a word before you depart, so pray abide here a while, if you would. Keep well, Elita, and we shall meet again soon. Welcome back, Mistress Draconia. Ah, lest you wonder, I promise I am the real Kokoshu this time. And I am Kifufu, Kokoshu's assistant, and trusted confidant. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. As part of Her Majesty's, inner circle, I simply had to come along to offer my thanks in person. Yes, we are most grateful to your steadfast presence. I worried what would happen when the Sultana first laid out her rather reckless plan, yet she has returned to us not only unharmed, but invigorated. For the sake of Her Majesty's well-being and our continued peace of mind, we hope that you will agree to further forays at her side. We were also informed by Mistress Momedy that the Gleaner's Guild ship was instrumental in facilitating our request. When next you visit Charlene, please do pass on our warmest regards to Shalomur. Considering your tendency to range beyond the zeal of ordinary mortals, I was not at all certain that our request would reach you. We do appreciate Shalomur's zeal in tracking you down. I've heard that Kokashu is actually Her Majesty's cousin. That would certainly explain their similar features. My guess is the fire and the flame would have, the fire and the fruit would have been the better idea for me to go for. But I couldn't help but think, what if there was like a secret hidden thing? You know, it kind of hinted that there might be secret hidden things if I did them in like a different way. So that's why I went with the symbol of Ul'dah, because I thought, oh, maybe it's going to like lead to something new, because it was related to Ul'dah. I'll finish with the job then, Elita. Mrs. Momedy called to thank us, and let us know you'd arrived in Ul'dah. So, the little lady in waiting sends her regards as well, does she? They sure know how to make a girl feel appreciated. Oh, I should probably give you a nudge in Osman's direction. He's been scanning the crowd every few moments, hoping you'd be back to regale him with a tale of your odd job adventure. If you've the time, I'm sure he'd be thrilled with any scrap of story you care to share. The survey record is now available in the B&C Dungeon Finder in the duty section of the main menu. New entries will be added to logs to complete each possible route through the variant dungeon. For all he called me his tormentor, it was meant that I do work vodka. My herbal poultices soothe his weary eyes, and I benefit from his encyclopedic knowledge. My God, damn near everything. It's a symbiotic relationship. Elita, how fare your adventures? You, wouldn't happen to have any you'd like to share, would you? The Sildan Subterrane. Am I passing familiar with its history? And Mistress Momedy's client had you exploring its network of tunnels and aqueducts? Fascinating. By your description, this mysterious gate's floral motif seems very much like a garabata, or daisy as some prefer to call it. Shalomur is our resident botanical expert, so I can only tell you what she's told me. The garabas are common certs in Ul'dah, having adapted to thrive in Thanalan's arid climate. I've also read that the Royal House of Thorn had something of a special relationship with these blooms. And was it not during the Thorn dynasty that the Sildan waterways were purged of zombies? Curious, the Thorn shadow flickers, ever present at the edges of your tail. I understand you are not at liberty to tell me everything,
but even the abridged account has been absolutely captivating. A sealed gate, the hidden paths which lie beyond, the kind of perilous locales a poor combatant such as myself would read about but never hope to or wish to visit. Deep beneath Oda do mighty guardians dwell, but what have they been placed to protect? It practically bleeds intrigue. Yes, I am ready to write my epic adventure, and it'll be set in the dark passageways of the Sultan's subterrane. But let me think a moment. Anything lurking in mouldy aqueducts for an extended length of time would surely deteriorate as rust or decay set in. Putting aside the question of how long they've been down there, is it not reasonable to expect the inhabitants were once far stronger? Perhaps strong enough to challenge even the indomitable Elita, eh? With you as my muse, this book will all but write itself. Nothing more showing now? Oh, does that mean you're putting together a carefully curated account of exciting exploits to regale me with later? I can hardly wait to hear it. Oh, the helmet! The helmet and the fruit. Okay, so I think these ones got all the harder dungeons. working towards that as well.
Okay. Take care, my beloved darlings. I will see you all later. Bye for now. Love you all.